Let's give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Stone. Shalom to all the true worshippers. This is the brother Ahmad from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp. Back with another few minutes of truth. And the truth is, the word world, the word world, the word world has been used to deceive you. The word world has been used to deceive you. You know, and some of you people, you deceive yourself as well because you don't get into your words, yo. But that word, that one word represents three different Greek words. So when you're reading, it's all about, let's say, context, yo. All right. So I have three examples of the three Greek words that the word world is representing. All right, in English, and we're gonna go over them so we can get some clarity. And I don't know if you can guess where this is going, but we're gonna finish. I just tell you right now, we're gonna finish. Our last scripture is gonna be John 3:16, the most famous scripture, the most repeated scripture, the most known, the most popular Bible verse on earth. John 3:16. You know? Alright, so Matthew 24 and verse 3, it says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world?" And of the end of the world. Now let's go into interlinear. This is the BLB Bible for those who do not know it, the blue letter Bible. With this Bible, you are able to go into the Strong's definition of the words. You are able to go to the root definition of the words, where the words derived from. All of that information. So you can see Greek letters, this is the way it's pronounced.
Strong's G 165, Ion.
Alright, so the word for the word world in Greek, in Matthew verse 3 is Ion. Ion, that's how it's pronounced in Greek, but in English it's Eon. Alright, it's Eon. So let's get into the definition right here. It says, forever, an unbroken age, forever, an unbroken age, perpetuity of time, and eternity, the world's universe, a period of time, age, right? Age. Now I wanted the definition of that word, perpetuity. So we get in the Merriam-Webster. Perpetuity. And it means eternity, the quality or state of being perpetual. Right, the condition of an estate limited so that it will not take effect or within the period fixed by law. So there's a time period by which certain effects will not take place. An estate so limited, an annuity payable forever. Alright, so I guess it comes from the word perpetual, and it has to do with a continuous time period. Alright, down here, back in the Matthew 24 and verse 3, it says, an age or a time period, alright? And I want to also look up the word eon. It says an immeasurable or indefinitely long period of time. Age, very large division of geologic time, usually longer than an era. Alright? Alright. Now we're gonna go to, so we've seen that the word world right here in Matthew 24 and verse 3, it means eon or aeon or ion in the Greek, and it's talking about a time period, alright, or a certain amount of time. Now we're gonna jump to verse 14, and it reads, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So it says, the gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world. In all the world. So this word world, it's Greek, and it's pronounced
Strong's G 3625. Oikumene. Oikumene.
So it says oikomene or oikomini, you know, and it says the inhabited earth. So whenever this word is used, it's talking about the earth itself. And if you read in context what it says, and this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world. So it has to do with places now. All right, so that's the second word, oikomene, which is the Greek for the word world, represented in Matthew 24 and verse 14. All right, now for the big wheel, John 3 verse 16 says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. And we're going to jump into it right away. For God so loved the world. And when you look at that, it's different from the other two. Remember, the first one was what? Ion for the Greek, eon for English. The second one was oikomene, you know, in Greek, which means the inhabited earth, or the earth. After it's talking about places when it's used, and the first one is talking about age or a time period. All right, whether it is a perpetual time period or a temporary time period. All right, so this word, Greek,
Strong's G 2889. Cosmos. Cosmos.
cosmos, and it means an apt and harmonious arrangement or constitution, order, government. All right. Well, let's get some of those. Let's get some definitions now. Let's pull out Merriam-Webster. All right. So here we have the word cosmos ready. And this is how it's spelled in English. It's C instead of K. Well, it's the same word as you can see in definition 3. The COSMOS. Right? So it says 1A, universe, 1B, an orderly, harmonious, systematic universe. order, harmony. A complex, orderly, self-inclusive system. Complex, right? Anything complex derives from intelligence, right? An intelligent being. Which other word is there? Apt and harmonious. I want to get each and every one of these words out. See if we can get some more clarity on it. Alright, so apt, it says unusually fitted or qualified, ready, having a tendency, ordinarily disposed, suited to a purpose, being to a point, keenly. Oh, look at 4. 4 says keenly intelligent and responsive. Keenly intelligent and responsive. I like that one. So it's clearly to deal with persons, that deal with people, because people are intelligent, right? Watch this now. So it says harmonious. Alright, here's the word harmonious itself, having agreement among musical components, musical concordant, having the parts agreeable, so like here. Alright, so marked by accord in sentiment or action. Alright, I want to be thorough and go through all the words. It says arrangement, the state of being arranged, the act of arranging. Alright, so in other words, you're setting things in order when you arrange something, which only intelligent beings can do. Measure, preparation, an informal, check out, see, it says an informal agreement or settlement, especially on personal, social, or political matters. An arrangement. Alright? Only people can do that. So we already see it talk about people, right? Something made by arranging parts. Alright, so the next word is constitution, order, then government. Let me see what I have. Government next. It says the body of persons that constitute the governing authority of a political unit or organization. The officials comprising the governing body of a political unit and constituting the organization as an active agency. In this words, the agency of Israel, the executive branch of the U.S. federal government, because each government has to be specific. Yeah, each government has to be specific. You can't have many countries, many nations, and one government over them all. That's not how it was in those times when this scripture was being written, So it has to be talking about Israel, Israel's government. Alright, what else it says? A small group of persons holding simultaneously the principal political executive office of a nation or other political unit. and being responsible for the direction and supervision of public affairs. Yeah, that has to do with Israel. Such a group in a mental system constituted by a cabinet or a ministry, yada yada yada. They come see. Yeah, so this clearly and specifically talk about a group of people, a group of governing body of people, yo. A specific one, not all. Because it says the office, authority, or function. Function. Israel doesn't function like the Romans, the Greeks, Babylonians. Yeah, Israel doesn't function like the Romans, the Greeks, the Babylonians, nor any other nation. In fact, that was there in those times. Alright? Don't function like them. So it's a specific governing body, yo. It is impossible. The conclusion is it is impossible for the scripture to mean the entire earth, or everyone with the so-called human race. But what I noticed at the PLB, you know, when you read down some more, it says the circle of the earth, and it's not talking about the earth. So more thing, they've updated this with some folly mixed inside, yo. Inhabitants of the earth, men, human, family. No, this scripture is not talking about. It says for God so loved the world. It's talking about for God so loved Israel. Not talking about the human family, so called. Alright, the ungodly multitude. This is where the Christians, you know, slither in some bullshit now. And it says, the ungodly multitude, the whole mass of men, alienated from God. Some Christian doctrine bullshit, yo. Saying that salvation is for everyone. The heathens can get salvation, yo. The Gentiles, you know, the Gars. So when we're studying, we have to make sure that what we're studying doesn't go against the principles or the foundations, you know, of the scriptures of the Lord's word, yo. That's how we know this right down here is bullshit. So, you know, I'm gonna leave it right there, yo. With that, I hope this lesson was edifying. Once more, let's give our praises to Yahweh Hashem Shai, Hashem Kakadash, the blessings to the apostles and elders of the stone, and shalom to all the true worshippers.